Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Big dubs for the Buffalo Bills. Should have been a freaking shutout. That bastard Rivera, 37-3. The Buffalo Bills just trounce the damn Commanders. I did say it had blowout potential. You guys remember I did say it had blowout potential. I thought it'd be a lot closer. But before I get into it, everybody, welcome in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like the video. I know a lot of people are going live right now, but I'll be busy later tonight, so I won't be able to put out a video. So if you're coming after the game or after the video, I appreciate you. I'll be in Miami, not Miami. I'll be in Buffalo next week for the Miami game. They just put up 70 damn points, so it's kind of crazy. Sarah, thanks for tuning in. Go Bills. Taking a field goal was a bitch move. Yeah, it really was. Ron Rivera's a freaking bitch for sure. But let's start getting into it. I mean, can't start without talking about the offensive line and the defense. Let's talk about the defense first because there's more stats to talk about. 9 sacks. I said at least 5. 4 interceptions. 3. I don't count 3 points allowed because the backups let that up. A forced fumble and an AJ Epinesa pick 6. He needed that, man. I mean, wow. Let me read everybody that's got individual sacks. Bernard, we're going to get into Bernard, trust me. 2 sacks. Daquan Jones, a sack and a half. Oliver, a sack and a half. Leonard Floyd, 2 sacks. Epinesa, 1 sack. Yep, 9 total sacks. Wow. This defensive front, man, it was just freaking. And we don't even have Von Miller. They were just freaking balling on all freaking cylinders. Pressure galore. I mean, we knew this was going to happen as far as the defensive line goes. Before we get in the offensive line, actually, Bernard had the best game, I mean, of his life, probably. I mean, even going back to like high school and college. Edmonds, as much as we loved him as a person, he never would have a game like that in his whole career. Never has. 2 sacks, another interception, pressures, tackles. Man, this guy was all over the field. I think by now, after 3 games, once is a fluke, twice no, 3 times is like, okay, I think we got something. So, I mean, I'm happy. I know it's technically a rookie quarterback. I know he's made a start last year, but, you know, we got to be happy with what we're seeing from Bernard especially, but this defense in general. Man. And the freaking offensive line, dude, they were just, what did I say? They gave up no sacks for 2 years against this team, or 1 sack for 2 years against this team. Now we got a better offensive line. Connor McGovern, man, you just owned Allen the whole night. Spencer Brown, another round of applause for you. Deion Dawkins, Chase Young, the speed guy. I can't clap too loud. My son's sleeping. But, man, Osiris Torrance, another freaking amazing performance. Yeah, sure, they got beat a couple times. You're not going to win every single rep. It's just not logical that any offensive line is going to win every single rep. But, yeah, Sarah, I know. I mean, what the fuck are they doing? 70 that's too much. You got to – it's not college football. You got to chill. I think they probably still got Tua in too. But, I mean, honestly, if they play like that, we ain't winning that game. There's no fucking way in hell. They're trying to break a record, I bet, of most points in a game scored. But, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it gets to like 50, all right, just run the ball. Like, don't just keep trying to fucking score touchdowns. But it might go into our favor. They might be too confident going into Buffalo. I'll be there. So, yeah, I think they're going for a record. But at the same time, I feel like records from years ago, someone probably scored like 150, even like the 1900s or something. So, I mean, we'll see. But regardless, this offensive line, man, for everyone that's been doubting them since week 1, they only allowed 2 sacks this whole season in 3 games that were credited to them. And they just destroyed one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL, on par with the Jets, because the Jets got like a really good all-pro and then a couple guys that are one-dimensional. For the front for the Commanders, wow, they're one of the top fronts in the NFL, and we just freaking worked their ass the whole game. Yeah, they won a couple plays. Spencer Brown, you got to give me your hand for that penalty. Drive killers. Gabe Davis dropping an easy pass. Spencer Brown with that penalty. You guys get your hand slapped. But overall, man, I mean, I guess you could say the weather impacted the game a little bit. But let's get into some stats, and then I'll get into what my half analysis is. Allen was 20 for 32. I don't know how much that is percentage-wise, for 218 yards, 1 touchdown passing, and 1 interception, which was a horrible interception. Let's see, for 63% completion. Oh, yeah, the phantom tripping. Yeah, that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Murray and Harris both had 5 for 15, but Murray got a rushing touchdown. Cook, again, another pretty solid day, 15 for 98. Diggs, 8 for 111. Dog. Davis, 1 for 35 with a touchdown. Need more production. And I mean, Kincaid had 2 catches. Knox had a catch. Sherfield had 2 catches. Hardy had 2 catches. Nothing really, exquisite there or anything. But I mean, yeah, we scored 30 points offensively. So, I mean, I guess can't complain at all. There was some ugly things that we'll get into in the film if I can do it. But let's get into the first half. First thing I noticed, first down plays, we got nothing going in the first couple drives. Second and long, second and 9, second and 13. Like, it was really screwing us. And, luckily we picked it up. D-line was just beasting, and then that's a common occurrence for the whole game. Bernard, 1 sack, 1 int in the same drive, back-to-back plays. Edmonds, who? I mean, yeah, I love the guy. He's a great player, but I definitely don't miss that guy at all. But I'm sure some people might miss him. And I mean, if Bernard keeps playing like this, shit, we got a gem. We got a gem for sure. Davis, though, was a great touchdown catch. The corners were just getting bullied in that first. They're giving up easy catches. And I mean, come on, like, do something. And then they do end up doing something. But I was not happy with the corner play early in the game. Cook, in the beginning, it's always in the beginning with him. It's like he's timid at first, but then once the game gets going, he's just a beast. So I don't understand. I would have liked to see more Murray on the first down runs in the beginning. But again, Cook turned the page in the second half. Hyde, first int in 2 years. Congratulations. Good to have you back. That was a great play. Phenomenal play. Third down in the first half, we were 6 for 10. 3 points, excuse me, on 2 turnovers. Turned out to be 3. And on the first 3 turnovers, we only got 3 points. That cannot happen. You have to capitalize on turnovers, especially because we had a good field. Got to capitalize. Washington was 0 for 4 on third down in the second half. And I didn't write down the second half stats for like yards and stuff. Let me see. See if they got it. All right. Let's see what it says. No, it's not really showing. But regardless, Alan, what are you doing with that interception, dude? You had all the time in the world. It was 3rd and 20. I know you want big plays. It was in double coverage of Gabe Davis. You overthrew him. And you could have threw it for a 3rd and 15, and we could have went for a field goal at least. So be more careful with the ball. I know we still won, but you can't be throwing picks. Can't be turning the ball over. I mean, we're about to play a team that scored 85,000 points today. Like, you gotta be smart with the football, and we got to score. Like, Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's a top 3 quarterback. But when I see stuff like 1 touchdown, 200 yards passing, like, you got to do more sometimes. Like, he didn't do horrible at all. He had a rushing touchdown as well with 3 carries, 46 yards. And and it was a fine look, but it's just like I didn't see the rest of the play, but I feel like there was something else that he could have went to, but again, it's just he was doing so good with being smart with the football, and hopefully he's not reverting back to what he was in week 1 against a team like Miami who's opportunistic. So again, it wasn't a horrible play. It wasn't the worst play in the world for sure, but I'm curious to see what was underneath and, the rest of the field. We'll take a look at that. But yeah, Floyd had 2 sacks, 2 plays in a row. That was huge. Groot, man, before that sack, you got to wrap people up. Like, you're 6'7". You're big as hell. For what? Give me some of that size. I'm 6 foot, 220. If I was 6'4", 250, who knows what I could have turned into in the NFL maybe. So use that big ass size and do something. Wrap up. You can't just be shoestring tackling running backs. You got to wrap up better, man. You got so much potential. Let's go. And then Teron Johnson, forced fumble. Bernard, fumble recovery. So he had 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, an interception. Like, this guy was freaking outstanding. Defensive player of the week, par none. Epinesa, baby. Man, I've been waiting. Like, I've been a big fan of his, and he had a pick 6 and a sack. Let's go. Good for you. Good for you, kid. I'm super pumped up about that. But yeah, 37-3. Oh yeah, who didn't get a sack? Yeah, let me see. Let's see who didn't get a sack. Shaq Lawson, I know for sure. Let's see. Teron Johnson, Matt Milano, Jordan Poyer, Christian Benford, don't really count them. Trey White, Micah Hyde, don't really count them. And Settle. So let's look at defensive line. So Settle didn't get one. And yeah, just Settle. Oh no, Phillips didn't. Phillips didn't even hit the stat sheet today. So Phillips didn't get a sack either. So 2 of the defensive linemen didn't get a sack. Everyone else did. But I mean, Phillips was in there. Phillips was getting pressure. This is gonna be a fun film to break down. I tell you what, it's gonna be freaking fantastic. But yeah, Sarah, check what the NFL record was, because my friend just said they might break the NFL record. I don't know what it is. Man, freaking, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence just bet me over in fantasy by screwing me over. I had opportunity. Well, the guy had Tyreek Hill, Mike Williams, of course. Man, what a joke. What a freaking joke. But yeah, let's see. The Ravens are in a close game too. But yeah, overall, what a fantastic game. It was started off slow, 72. Yeah, they'll probably go kick a field goal to be assholes. But I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not college. I mean, that just shows blatant disrespect for the coach on the other side of you. It's blatant disrespect. I mean, good for that. I mean, shit. If we score 70 points, that'd be insane. I'm sure it's fun for the fans and everything, but you got to show some respect as a coach. And I mean, even at the lowest levels, you do that. So even us with Bill Belichick, or Bill Belichick with us, he never tried to run up 70. But yeah, I mean, this offensive line, that's why I keep talking about this O-line, man. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so excited to look through this film. 2 weeks in a row, Spencer Brown on the uptrend. We need that. We need that. And we got tested a good amount in the first 3 weeks. You got the Jets, the Commanders, 2 top 5 defensive lines. The Raiders had one of the best edge rushers in the league. Yeah, Brett, I had to. I didn't know what time you were going, but I'm going away. Not away. I'm going to my friend's house tonight, so I won't be able to join everybody. So just want to get this in because I won't have time later today, and probably won't even tomorrow. Not even the coach, but that's just disrespectful to the players. McDermott would never do that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't even. It's just I don't know their reasoning. I really don't. Unless they're like, I didn't see it, so I don't know if they're just not trying to score and they're still scoring anyway. I don't know, but the Broncos just completely just gave up and don't care. But yeah, I'm glad with what we got. But regardless, another great performance for the offensive line. The defensive line came to play. They set a sack, tied the sack record for our franchise with 9. Man, winning up front. I say it all the time. I've been saying it for years. You win up front, you can win the game. Oh, they're trying. Yeah. No, that's fucked up then. But don't do that to us. I mean, I mean, as of right now, we'll probably, if they're that confident and they're still doing that, it's going to be a really hard game for us. But doesn't mean we can't win. It's just when you see a team put up 70 right before they play you, you're kind of just like, I don't know. But it'll be a fun week. It'll be a good game. I'll be there. By the way. I'll be getting there early to tailgate. We're going to have fun. We're going to watch the game. We're going to be 3-1, which would be pretty sick. But let me know in the comments, how'd you guys think about the offensive line? I mean, I've been saying it for weeks and weeks, and they're finally still every week getting better and better and better. I mean, I noticed after the week 1 matchup against the Jets where they had no continuity yet, and they did a phenomenal job, that they were going to be pretty good. That defensive line against the Commanders, man, Rivera kind of got what he deserved going for it on 4th instead of taking the points and showing no respect for ID. Yeah, I think at that time too, he was like, I got to score here. We're fucked. Because I think he understood that. He knew, McDermott's play style. He knew that Howell's going to have a rough day, which poor kid, he really did have a rough day. Probably the worst game he's ever going to play in his life. But he probably figured we gotta get a touchdown here. We have no chance at all, which was true. They had zero chance at that point. But you scared next week? No, I'm not scared. It's just, I mean, 70 points, man. That's crazy. You know how high they're going to be off of that. And I mean, honestly, like, we didn't play horrible at all. Josh didn't play the worst game in the world. But if we have that offensive output against them, we're not going to win. We're lucky. We're not going to get 5 turnovers next week. I doubt. I mean, it'd be awesome, but I highly doubt it. It was still pretty close, wasn't it? I don't remember, but who cares? Yeah, it was. I think it was 10-0 when they went for it. But yeah, I mean, we got to play our brand of football. We got to play great Buffalo Bills football. Miami's going to come in 3-0, one of the best offenses looking, NFL history right now. And then it's up to us to protect our turf and to stop it. Definitely. But yeah, wow. Can't clap too loud. My son's asleep. But great fucking dub. I'm so pumped up. 2-1 feels a lot better than 1-2 or 0-3. But yeah, exactly. They played the worst team in the league. We played the strongest front four. No, absolutely not. Yeah, and it's just so weird because Denver always had a great defense, and I don't know what happened to them this year. Don't get it. I really don't. NFL's weird sometimes. So, I mean, shit, that the Dolphins can come out next week and only score like 10 points. And then you're just like, damn, what the hell? But wow. It's gonna be fun next week. It's a big, big week. Because think about this, and then we'll wrap it up, and I'll go help my get some lunch. I didn't eat lunch today because I got finished work, got home. Let's go watch the game. No food. So Fangio. Yeah, I mean, their defense is still, their defense is still suspect. I'm going to say I think we'll have no problem moving the ball. It's just like, remember that game week 3 last year? We had like 500 total yards, but only 16 points or whatever it was. Like, we got to score points, and I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine against them. Super pumped to be there next week. So if any of you guys are going to be there, let me know. It'll be outstanding. And what was I saying, man? What was I saying? I forgot. I definitely forgot. But I'm super pumped. Oh yeah. So if we go 2-2, if we drop this game, we lost 2 division games. The Dolphins are 4-0, and then they got a couple easy games coming up. So it's going to be, this game is super important early on. And if we win this game, we're both 3-1. Take care of business. We'll be good. The Jets, I think, lost today, and then they're playing the Chiefs next week, so they're basically done. Texans just smoked the Jags. Chargers won, which was good for them. Packers won. Patriots won. Yeah. Brad, we're looking pretty good on our picks. I thought Green Bay was going to screw us over, but they came back. Wow. 15-10 Patriots. Amazing. I love it. Crazy. Love it. So I'll touch on it quick just because we're looking at it. I thought the Vikings have a better chance of making the playoffs going 0-3 than the Chargers would have, because like Cincinnati's also going to be 0-3, so I feel like they could have had a chance. But the Vikings they're still a good football team. They still got great players. They can roll off some good wins and get some division wins too. So I think Green Bay's 2-1 and they're 0-3, so all it takes is winning a couple division games. But let me know in the comments what your favorite parts of the game were. But here comes Sarah again. Oh, Baker, good game. Thanks, bro. Hope for a win for the Seahawks too. Not to nitpick, but I wanted to choke Dorsey out, not calling a QB sneak on 4th and 1. Thank you. I totally forgot. Absorbed by the good stuff. What the fuck was he thinking? Oh yeah, I wrote it down. Dorsey, what the fuck? I just went over it. Man, first of all, it's 3rd and 1, and then you run a zone run from the shotgun. Like, what the frig are you doing there? And then you go pass on 4th and 1 when the QB sneak works all the time. So, I mean, still not a horrible game plan, but you gotta be a little bit smarter with some of those. Baker's, he's happy I dropped the Commanders D. Holy hell, yeah. I mean, that would have been horrible. You would have got like negative 100 points probably. So, good thing you did that. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you'll be in Buffalo next week because I'll be there. Squish the fish week. It's a big week, huge week for the season. Let's build off this momentum. O-line, freaking fantastic. Defensive line, freaking fantastic. Bernard, game ball, baby. Great job. Offensive line, whole game ball for the whole unit. Cook looked pretty good in the end. Minus a turnover, Josh did pretty decent. Let's keep building off this. This is important. Big division game coming up. Go Bills. Let's go. Let's build off this win. Have a great one, everybody.